social media is a place where everybody just points and talks from the sidelines about things that they don't do. So I can sit there and say something like, "Oh, you're wrong. I feel like this." Well, you talking about what you feel like? I'm telling you what I know from
Right.
experience. This ain't theory. Who should pay the bills? This or that. You're single. I think some married people should talk about that.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds like a household conversation, not you and your boyfriend of 14 years. You
Hey,
calling you calling a 38-year-old man a boyfriend. Hey yo, everybody has a six-figure goal, but they're only thinking of 100 racks, not realizing that six figures goes all the way up to 900K. And I was able to do that with just one digital product in my business. But it's not about how much came in, it's about how much that I missed out on because of information that I did not have. And I don't want you to go through the same thing in your entrepreneurial journey. So I'm hosting a completely free masterclass this upcoming Thursday, teaching how you can take your own IP, your own intellectual property, knowledge and information that you already have, create digital products and digital assets with it. Not only that, but I'm going to teach you the entire framework and system. And system, SYSTEM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money so you don't have to go through the same pitfalls that I had to go through along the way. So go ahead, click the link, and join the masterclass. It is completely free, but spots are limited, so take advantage now. I'll see you on Thursday. Welcome to another episode of It's Credit at the Top. I'm your host, AstenCeo. Got the voice of God on the other side with me.
hey, hallelujah.
Man, Trump said he's going to jail today.
Yeah, I know. I've been checking the headlines to see if it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, I've been refreshing. I don't think he's going. Not today, at least.
Yeah.
But that man, the Donald, there's a lot to learn from the Donald. I tell you, he's somebody I've learned a lot of stuff from, whether
Mhm.
you like him, hate him. And that's another thing, too. There's not a like,
Right.
or it's like love or hate. Like, it's one thing I learned from him. There's no middle ground.
Hmm.
I think all the polarizing figures, there's nobody that's like, he all right.
Right. They make you make a decision. Hmm.
Trump, Kanye, uh, back when 50 was having his run,
Hmm.
Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. I've been watching Robert Kiyosaki on Vlad TV. Like, it's just cool. I'll scroll through the comments. It's like, if you ever hear him talk, like most people don't ever hear him talk.
Hmm.
They just know the books. You're either gonna, it's one of those like hate or love
Yeah, he be like, look,
things.
he be like, I saw one time he was like, you have me on your show, right? So you can learn from me. Well, let me talk. I'm gonna leave. Let me talk. I was like, oh, he getting his bully ball on.
Vlad asked him something about bankruptcy. Robert Kiyosaki didn't cut Vlad off. He just sat there looking regular. Let Vlad finish the sentence and everything. Got to the question mark at the end. Yeah, so and then blah 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 year, rich dad filed for bankruptcy. Blah blah blah. Would you like to uh, go into detail about that? Fuck no. It's something that happened. It's a strategy. Ask my fucking lawyer. And Vlad said, if you watch Vlad interviews, when Vlad switches to a topic or if somebody doesn't want to talk about something, all he says is, fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, I gotta, man, Vlad, we can put Vlad on the love hate too, cause man, I be feeling like Vlad be trying to do too much, bro. He be
Nah, like
prying too much. Like,
he really don't.
bro, I've
It's a they say, like, how people say something enough times that people just start to feel it's true.
hmm
Like, Vlad's the feds. Well, nah.
nah, I
He asked very he's a sucky interviewer, bro.
don't, is that what it is? That might make sense.
Vlad is terrible at interviewing people. It's crazy that he's built the biggest If not, I will say the biggest. He's built the biggest platform in hip hop as far as interviewing people,
Mhm.
and he sucks at interviewing people. Like I stay tuned in to Vlad's channel.
Yeah,
He's terrible at it, bro.
man.
David Shands is like Oprah
Mm,
compared to Vlad.
mhm.
I'll say Vlad's on the level of me as far as interviewing. You know how many interviews I've done? Zero.
Uh, oh man.
But he's built this platform because it's like Vlad, he over talks to people. He likes to hear himself talk. He likes
Mhm,
to hear himself talk more than the other people. But you can tell when certain people come, he shuts up.
mhm.
Because this Robert Kiyosaki interview I'm watching right now, it's like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes of not hearing Vlad's voice.
Mm, mhm.
That's rare. Where there's like a clip of Tony Yayo.
I was just about to say he the same with Yayo too.
What you see a clip where Yayo was like, Vlad, shut the not yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
Vlad, shut the F up. And
yeah.
there's one with Ari Spears. Him and Ari Spears is going through something, and Vlad's like asked him a question. And when Ari Spears is like trying to answer it, and Vlad keeps cutting him off and answering the question for him. And he's like, Vlad, can I say something that they say in the comments? Shut the F up and let me talk. Let me answer the question.
Yeah, yeah.
But but with Trump though, this is why I say there's a lot of things to learn from him because he understands the game.
Mm,
Trump understands the game of marketing and branding.
mhm.
So that's the only thing. When I tell people I learn things from Trump, that's the only thing that I study.
Right.
Branding, more so branding, the marketing. That's just like when I say things about Grant Cardone. I'm like, I'm not listening to Grant Cardone about real estate advice and
Right.
money advice and stuff. I'm listening to him about branding, marketing, and sales. That's that's all that I'm tapped in for.
Yeah.
So I'm like Trump. Like who goes and publicly announces next week on Tuesday, I'm getting arrested. I'm like, bro, that's a media play.
Yeah, and manipulation.
Because one of the main things I learned from Trump, just like I said, all these polarizing figures, you hate them or you love them, it's no in between. Trump doesn't care if you hate him. Trump doesn't care if you love him. He cares that you know
Mhm.
him. So I'm like with that, and he understands who his avatar is. He only talks to them.
Mhm.
That's why all of us in our community, we thought Trump was cool all the way till he started to run for president, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, how did that? I'm like, y'all really think the man changed? Like literally, this day he was cool, and then literally the next day he woke up and wasn't cool no more.
Right.
Oh, no, that was a decision that he made.
Mhm.
He knew being the cool guy that rappers drop in songs and take pictures with and go kick it at the Trump Towers with, and that was like a bar to brag off of.
Mhm.
Hove would say, what would he say? What's that bar? He said something with the Trump Towers.
I don't know.
Apartment in the Trump, I only slept in once.
I know he was yeah, he was popular. He was definitely popular.
But Hove, I can't remember the song or if it was a freestyle, but he said something. Apartment in the Trump, I only slept in once. Something about my car can sit in the front. Like
Mhm.
he flexing off the Trump
Yeah.
Tower. And everybody, Snoop Dogg kicking it with him, everybody.
Yeah, the
Then he say
pictures.
running for president. Then all of a sudden he hate black people. No, he just realized that black people ain't gonna put him in office.
Right.
Cause I ain't about to get into politics and stuff, but it's just known. I'm not saying all because we're not monolithic, but it's just known majority black vote Democrat.
Hmm.
So if he already know we ain't gonna put him there anyways, let's tap into the market who's going to.
Yep.
And that's all.
Focus there.
So because it's all a game to him. So and when you know the game, you can play the game, right?
Hmm.
Most people they just sit on the sidelines and talk about the game. They can't even play because they don't know the rules. And then a step further, once you know the rules, not only can you play the game, but you can effectively break the rules
Right.
and still be within the rules of the game.
Did you see
This
that?
is like on some hoop. James Harden,
Uh-huh.
a
Yep.
regular step back is a step back 2 steps. James Harden knows the rules to the game, so he can effectively break them and manipulate it and bend it to where he's like, well, if this is that, I get this gather step where if the ball's still spinning in my hand,
Hmm.
I can still take steps. So I can still get the 1-2 with the ball spinning in my hand. Then once I put my hand on the ball, I get another two. So I get 4 steps for every two.
Hmm.
He knew the rules so he can effectively break it. That's what we got to do with but most people, they don't want to even take the time
Know the rules.
to know the
Hmm.
rules. They just sit on the sidelines and talk about everybody that's playing.
Yeah, but my favorite clip I saw like the last week or so, Kyrie talking to the fans, like, what that sound like a fan telling me how to play basketball? Did you see that?
Nah,
Bro.
but it's real though.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I say. I'm like, that's why I say I was literally this morning looking through a couple of my comments. And it's just people telling me that I'm wrong about the things that I do
Right.
that they don't do. How you gonna sit there and tell me that I'm wrong? All I say is, hey, this what I did and this what worked for me. You're wrong. How you telling me I'm wrong about what worked for me?
That's like telling somebody you ran a mile in 5 minutes and then they're like, no, you didn't. You're wrong. Like, no, I did it. It's right here. I'm showing and proving it right now. Like,
But that's the same thing. The social media is a place where everybody just points and talks from the sidelines about things that they don't do. So I can sit there and say something, oh, you're wrong. I feel like this. Well, you talking about what you feel like? I'm telling you what I know
right,
from experience. This ain't theory. Who should pay the bills? This or that. You're single. I think some married people should talk about that.
right. Yeah.
That sounds like a household conversation, not you and your boyfriend of 14 years. You
Hey,
calling you calling a 38-year-old man a boyfriend.
bro, you just made me think about when you shut my engagement anniversary down.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, y'all, this dude had this man, my best friend had proposed to his now wife. Some things was happening in the relationship. A year had gone by since he had proposed. He talking about, yeah, man, the anniversary of the proposal's coming up. I'm thinking about putting something together, celebrating the anniversary. I said, are you stupid or are you dumb? Which one? It gotta be one of the two. That is a
It-
terrible
Those are
idea.
the only two
She's
options.
going, she's going, she's going to leave you. You don't
Uh,
celebrate anniversaries of engagements. He was like, well, why not? What do you celebrate then? I said, the celebration is the wedding, dum dum. You don't celebrate no engagement. No, babe, a year ago, I proposed to you. I said, I want you to be my forever. And it's been a year since I haven't made you my forever. So I want to celebrate not making the commitment to you. Because in my mind, I made the commitment because I gave you the ring. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate non-commitment for another year. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, bro, you
Like
saved
this
it, man.
dude.
That's why it's look, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's good to have channels to run ideas through and be able to sift some things through sometimes.
And you might not have kids right now.
Man, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about going out the country and celebrate this commitment.
Yeah, I found a Groupon to Cabo. So, we're gonna go Cabo.
Cabo, $46.
I told the hotel, get the rose petals to put on the bed. You said yes 1 year ago. Put that on the bed.
1 year closer.
Then put candles in the bathroom, but I want the candles to spell out, I'm gonna do it.
I promise. get the rose petals to spell out patience.
We making it.
Oh man.
And, but Trump though, do you know why they're saying that to put him in jail?
No, but yeah, if I
It's
had to
so
guess,
stupid.
it would have to do
It's
with like
so
an old
stupid.
case or something.
You remember when he got into that
Oh yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah,
with the
yeah. I do remember now. Yeah,
with
with
an adult
Stormy.
actress?
Yeah.
The alleged relationship that he had with this alleged adult actress.
Mm-hmm.
He allegedly paid her some money to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to get him on.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with him giving her I think it's like 120,000 or 130,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no crime in him giving her the money to shut up about their relationship.
Is the
The
crime in
crime that
him?
they're saying is that he um took campaign funds and did it.
Mm,
So if he just took it out his checking account and did it, no problem. They're saying that he used campaign funds to do it.
mm, mm.
I'm like, this dude a billionaire. You can just write that check real quick.
Hey man, OPM.
But regardless, why I say it's dumb is even if it does stick, it's gonna like be considered like it'll probably get graded down a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
He's already ahead of it. He announced it next week. I'm going to prison. Tuesday.
Oh,
They're coming to get me.
that's your Trump.
Not only that, he told his audience to take action. We've seen what's happened in the past when he told his audience to take action.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
The Capitol happened, right?
Mm-hmm. World War
So he
Z.
already said so he already lining up the troops. Yo, fam, Tuesday they coming to get me.
Mm.
Y'all know it's some bull. Get ready.
Like remember John Q?
So then he
Do
can.
something.
I've never seen
You
John
never
Q.
seen John Q?
Rest in peace to old buddy that passed away.
Who passed away?
The black dude. I don't know. They say he was in John Q. I know him from The Wire. I know you've never seen The Wire.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Only 60 years old.
Yeah, that just happened.
They said it was like natural too. Like nothing was wrong with him. He was literally out doing press the day before. I guess there's a new John Wick coming out.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally out doing press the day before.
Mm. Man. Yeah.
But I
RP.
know him from The Wire. He was fighting hard to get Bartsdale off the streets.
I need to tap in, man. I keep saying that, but
But
I'm for real this time. But Trump, my bad.
the wires are GOAT. Like you know how one of my favorite pastimes is really like sitting and watching a good program
Mm-hmm.
or going to the movies and watch. I don't like to watch movies at home, but I get too distracted. But I'll watch a series, and I don't like how there's not many like GOAT level black crime shows. I feel
Mm.
like The Wire is the only one.
Yeah.
Like we got fan favorites, like yeah, we'll like Power and BMF and stuff like that. Like it's something to watch, but I'm saying like, and white folks be getting them crime shows down.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For sure.
Because even the ones that I haven't seen, I know they're considered that like Sopranos. I
Mm.
haven't seen Sopranos yet, but from what I hear, that's like one of
Yeah.
them ones. Breaking Bad, one of them ones. Peaky Blinders. I know you ain't seen that. That's one of them ones.
Yeah, I hadn't I started but I stopped.
Ozark, Your Honor. Then we got Empire. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even seen Empire. I tried to watch one episode.
Empires.
They broke out in song and dance out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah, Empire is too much, bro. It's way
but
too
I
much.
wasn't expecting the song and dance like a Disney movie. You know, how a Disney movie, they'll just be talking and then all of a sudden, a whole
Yeah,
new
yeah.
world. That's
Shattered
how Empire
dreams.
was.
Yeah.
Is that how Empire was? The
Yeah.
episode I saw, that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Lee
I was like,
Daniels.
what? And this is at the time too when 50 was like made them the opponent in
Mm-hmm.
his marketing. 'Cause 50 always goes and attacks what's the top in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking they're comparable shows.
Not at all.
So I go into it like that, and I was like, oh, I see what 50 did. This is nothing like Power at all.
Mm-hmm.
But he just went at them for the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But with Trump though, with the momentum and the marketing though, why I say it's dumb why they trying to get him for what they trying to get him on. He knows how to utilize social media. This is a bet. He has his own social media platform because when you get that, and this is just a human thing. It's an entrepreneurial thing, but also just a human thing. Like when you get deprived of something, you're forced to find another way.
Mm-hmm.
So when they cut him off of social media, they kicked him off of Twitter, they kicked him off of all the social media platforms. He then went and made his own.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Truth. So he owns his own social media platform of Truth. It's just getting to the point now within the past recent months, he's gotten unbanned from all the other social media platforms. So if he does choose to go tweet and stuff, he can now.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the time that you decide to
Poke the bear.
poke the bear off of the campaign. Campaign's about to come because he's running. He's running in 2024. So the campaign cycle is about to
Mm-hmm.
start up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time where this man has every single means now to communicate, he got own media, and now he got access back to the earned media.
Mm-hmm.
You won't try to get him for paying the chick a little bit of money to shut up. Like out of all the things he's done, that's what you gonna
Yeah,
try to get him on right
that's the
now.
one he goes in for.
That's going to get classed as a misdemeanor. He's going to use it to rally his troops on. Look at what the left does.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the left crap, terrible. Left crap. Look, they have lies. They have lies. Or Trump is or he's the type of dude to be like, I did it. She was talking too much. I paid her. Didn't pay him from the campaign funds. No, never. I'm a billionaire. Came from the checking account.
Yeah, that's why Chappelle say he's an honest liar.
I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no campaign funds. No.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her Cash App. When you're a billionaire, you can send that much on Cash App. Trust me. Trust me. It's a different Cash App. New tier. Have to
Uh,
pay $5 a month for it. Paid Cash App. And
wow.
he's just gonna use it. He's just gonna use it for his campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Look. They have nothing because that's how they lost the first time around. Trump's just speaking to his avatar. The Democrats, they speak to everybody
Mm-hmm.
instead of just locking in on who they want to. They like want to please everybody. Whereas them over there, they like look, this who we talking to. Hey, y'all want to make some money? Y'all want to make some money, right? So listen, look,
Yeah.
y'all want to make some money? Come over here. This all we talking to. Y'all poor whites. We gonna make y'all feel like we with y'all too. Yeah, forget all
Mm-hmm.
them too. But all right, now them poor whites, we got them. Look, y'all want to make some money over here. That's all they talk to.
Mm-hmm.
100 band, 100 band, 100 band, 100 band, 100 band, 100 bands. Everybody has a six-figure goal, but they're thinking too small. They're only thinking of 100 bands, not realizing that six figures goes all the way up to 900K. And I was able to do that in my business with just one digital product. But it's not about how much came in. It's about how much that I lost out on because of information that I did not have. And I do not want you to go through the same thing on your entrepreneurial journey. So I'm hosting a completely free masterclass this upcoming Thursday, teaching how you can create and scale digital products and digital assets. But not only that, I'm giving you the entire framework and system to take your own intellectual property, your own IP, get it in the right system to scale. And system, SYSTEM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. So go ahead, click the link, and join me this upcoming Thursday for the masterclass. See you soon. But I'm like, but Trump, they're gonna say with the get him for that, he gets off or whatever, he's gonna get way more steam. He's gonna use it as more marketing
Mm-hmm.
than his message.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep going. And then on top of that, he got as leverage to use the state of the country too. Soon as I left Sleepy Joe, recession, inflation, all
Yeah.
the shuns, all the shuns, all the TIONs.
Because it was
He did
popping.
them all.
It
We
was
ran out of
popping.
shuns. I gave you money. I gave you money.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember I gave you money. Twice, three times.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
I
hold on.
gave you
Hold
money,
on.
Joe.
Your Trump is starting to get into like Sprint customer service. You
Listen,
got to reel it back
listen.
in.
I gave you money. I gave you money. You remember that? Sleepy Joe, nothing. Kamala, where is she? She got all you guys to vote. You haven't seen her since. Where is she? She's gone. Sleepy Joe, nothing. Inflation, gas. Remember, I said it. Run the video. Then they're gonna show that video because there's a speech he said. Soon as Sleepy Joe gets in, the gas prices are gonna go up, inflation's gonna go through the roof. We're gonna have the worst recession of all time. Well, I don't know all the politics and how all this stuff moves behind the scenes and stuff, but even if Trump set it all up, say all this stuff is Trump's fault because of stuff that he did. We don't know that.
Right.
Say this stuff is because of some stuff that he did in 20, I don't know, 2018.
18, 19.
But the effects didn't hit till today.
Yeah. So he knew
See,
it.
look,
He
they
look,
did it.
he look, he look.
I told you it was all good.
That's like setting a bomb to go off 3 years later, and you're like, I'm telling you, as soon as Sleepy Joe come in, it's gonna blow up over there. Like, I told you.
Hey guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get everything, we're gonna get out. People ain't gonna feel it till 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna lose this next one. It's gonna be him. Let's get it. Come back,
Mm-hmm.
save the people. But I'm just saying they don't understand what. And I know this because I say I don't talk about politics, or I said I didn't want to talk about politics, and I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about just the understanding of a brand and marketing,
Mm-hmm.
because Trump understands it. They don't. That's why I'm really like it. And if he does get locked up, I'm like, that's gonna help him. If he gets locked up for this first one, because I know they say they got more major stuff on him. But I'm like, that's gonna help him.
Street
Because
cred.
just because you locked up, that don't mean that you can't run for president. Joe Exotic's running. Tiger Joe,
Mm-hmm.
Tiger King,
Mm-hmm.
he's running for president. He's locked up.
That's
You can be on
hilarious.
the ballot if you can be imprisoned and be on the ballot to run for president. It doesn't matter. So imagine if Trump got a campaign where he's locked up.
That'd be hard.
It's just like a bro. Trump's rollouts be just like rappers.
Mm.
What rapper? I won't even say rapper. I mainly want to say rapper, but just entertainer. Period. Goes to jail and doesn't come out bigger.
Right.
I
That's
know there's
crazy.
always an anomaly, but it's hard for me to think of one. I know somebody in the somebody sees this probably think of somebody,
Mm.
but it's hard to think of them though. That's my point.
Yeah.
But the ones that came out, it's easy to just come up with them, but it's hard to come up with the ones that had it, got through a legal situation, came back out, and like wasn't bigger. It's
Mm.
hard to think of them, but all the ones that didn't, it's like he was superstar. Pac.
Right.
Pac was big, but he was large when he
Yeah.
came out.
Took off. Yeah.
Snoop was huge. Got innocent. Murder was the case.
Mm-hmm.
Super, like forever star.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson megastar. He come out though.
Yeah.
It's like Mike back.
Yeah. He was gone for a while too.
Meek Mill was big. Meek became a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Meek got out. Meek got out to a luxury helicopter.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
You know what
I
I'm
just thought
saying?
about. I just
Kodak.
thought about Wayne. I was trying to think, but like Wayne is Wayne.
Nah, it was still different. Wayne was Wayne, but it was like when he came out, it was like,
I feel like
and that's when Karen Civil. That's how Karen Civil got her name too, because you got a lot of this social media stuff was newer.
Mhm.
So Wayne was locked up, and he was still having a connection to the fans while he was locked up. They had a free Weezy campaign. Karen Civil did all that.
Mm.
That's why she got her name, because they was like, "Yo, you see what she did for Wayne?"
Yeah.
So he's like responding to letters and stuff through social media and stuff through
Mm.
Karen Civil through that whole time, and then comes out.
Yeah. I feel like with Wayne, I feel like his business got bigger versus him. I feel like he was who he is, but his business got bigger in the business of Drake, Nicki Minaj. Like all that was happening while they were quote unquote holding it down for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and he came and he
But
came.
but they quote unquote holding it down, and the whole time they holding it down, it's helping it get bigger because they saying free
Exactly.
Wheezy every time.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, Karen Civil had the free Wheezy stuff happening with the interaction with the fans and stuff.
Hmm.
You know, every time Kodak go through something and come back, Kodak be bigger. You know, I'm a Kodak fan.
Kodak, Kodak. When I say
Kodak came out. Kodak came out. Kodak on Kendrick Lamar's album,
mm-hmm.
featured all throughout.
Doing festivals.
He was locked up shortly before that,
Mm-hmm.
and they got Kodak in them joints. They got Kodak in the joints where your feet and your where you extend it like this for 22 hours a day.
Oh man, for real?
Yeah,
Sheesh. What's that? I ain't never seen nothing like that. What's that?
yeah. Say your head's itching or you gotta scratch something right, you can't.
That's crazy, bro. So like in a tube.
Now you're not in a tube. You're like on a basically like on a bed type thing, and you just chained up from here to there, and you just laying there like that.
That ain't cool, bro. That's terrible, dog.
Yeah, he doing on himself and everything.
Bro. I did not know that. Let alone I didn't even know that existed. That's crazy, bro.
He talked about it. Watch his $1 million worth of game interview.
Like, there's no way in like I can't imagine. I can't even imagine doing no bid. Then I already know you gonna come home different. I can't imagine how you change after doing that.
Yeah, he talked about it because his $1 million worth of game interview with Wallow and Gilly. That's like one of the first times I've seen him in an interview setting relaxed
Mm,
and like just gave a solid interview.
mm,
You can tell at first he was like on his regular. You see Kodak don't really want to talk, like what y'all asking me these questions for.
mm.
Then you see him be like,
Drop the shoulders, yeah.
yeah, they made him comfortable. And you know, Wallow. You got them prison stories, so they telling just different things, and Wallow like, oh yeah, I was like, I can't remember the reason why, but yeah, they had them
Bro,
stretched out.
that's terrible, dog.
I don't mean just for like a day or nothing, like
Yeah.
for and even a day, that's like what the
Bro, that's bro, man, bro, I can't even imagine, dog.
Trump. Like, it's crazy how stuff circle back around. Trump can use that too. Kodak, remember? I freed Kodak, gave you money.
Mm-hmm.
What has Joe done in these 4 years?
Doze off at press conferences.
He go, he gonna be like, you. What's out now? What are they watching? What are they watching? BMF, Meech. I remember they said. I remember they said to him, I picked Kodak instead. Is Meech still there? Oh, Meech.
Bro, if he
Free
pardoned
if you
Meech,
free if you free Trump, I free Meech.
if you pardon Meech, bro, Trump gonna be the goat. Trump gonna be right back in the pictures with everybody like nothing happened. Oh, how quickly they forget, man.
It's crazy how like Meech got the folklore and Terry didn't. Southwest T.
Who's Southwest T?
Exactly.
He's like the right hand man, or he like Slim to Baby.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's two BMF. It's two heads. It's not Meech is the head.
mm,
They're brothers.
mm. That's
But
typically how it happens.
one gets the big Meech. The other one, like I know you don't watch BMF either, but BMF is it's two of them. It ain't just Meech. It's
Mm-hmm.
Terry and Demetrius.
Mm, mm,
But I kind of know outside of the show, the little history that I do know of him. When Meech went to Atlanta, that's when the legend started.
mm,
Or when he left Detroit, because they're from Detroit. So when he left Detroit, and I've told you just where I'm from, Detroit and Kentucky got big street ties
mm-hmm.
because it's not that far. Like you can drive to Detroit from my city. And growing up, like say when I became like a teenager, I used to have like a disdain for Detroit. I used to not like because the certain people I would see,
Mm.
I'm like, man, I don't like Detroit. Never been. Well, I was like, I don't like Detroit.
That's like I ain't like Dallas for whatever reason.
Well, that's just I've never heard nobody in Houston say like, "Oh, Dallas is such a great city."
I know, but it's just
But
what you taught for whatever reason.
nah, but mine was more personal because it's like the people I would see from Detroit, it would always be people from out of town coming in town
Mm-hmm.
and acting like they all hard and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
So I'd
gotcha.
be like, man, these dude's corny, man. Like
Yeah.
I know they corny in Detroit. You gotta come down here to Kentucky and act like you the man.
Yeah.
Last real fight I got into was with a bunch of dudes from Detroit. Remember when I told y'all I got 4 scars in my face, literally diagonal from each other. These two came from the fight with the Detroit dudes. It wasn't even a fight. It was a melee, bro.
Yeah.
it's like it's like 35 people fighting in the middle of the street. And then these two was from like sports.
Mm-hmm.
But with some Detroit stuff, man, they come down, they in the club, they acting like they run everything. I'm not even in it. It's just my mans that I'm with. It's mans with somebody else that does some street activity.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the let out too, which I'm like, why was I even there? Because since I I always know if stuff happens, it happens at the let out. I always leave before.
Mm-hmm.
Why was I there? Because I rode with somebody.
Mm.
This is pre Uber and all that stuff.
Yeah, that out was dangerous.
Yeah, so the vibes, I already see the vibe because I see my mans. I see like some congregation over. I think I might have been getting some drinks or something. I don't know, some congregation in the club over here. I'm like, what? Then it eased up. Security put out the dudes. I don't even know what happened. I'm like, oh, all right, that's over. I guess they mess around and waited 2.5 hours till the club let out. So I'm gonna like
Yeah.
double back around or something. Cause they was right there at the spot. I'm sitting there talking to a girl and whatever. You can see the street. Like they just had glass, like big windows through like the whole front
Mm-hmm.
was windows, so you could see the street.
Mm-hmm.
I see people congregating. I said, "Oh, somebody about to fight. I'm staying here, right?" So I'm staying in here. I'm staying away from it till I see my man's right. I was like, ah.
Yeah. What
And he
do you
right in the
do? You.
he right in the middle of it. He not like on the back outskirts, like
Yeah.
he right in the heart of it, right in the eye of the storm. And that's my ride too. But outside of that, I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I said, I'll be right back. I told girl, I'll be right back. I never came back. Then next thing you know, we brawling in the streets. Hey, yo, most people, they have a six-figure goal, but they're thinking too small. They're only thinking of 100 bands. You're thinking too small. We need to be thinking big. Six figures goes up to 900K. And I was able to do that in my business with just one digital product. But it's not about how much bread came in. It's about how much that I lost out on because of information that I did not have. And I do not want the same thing to happen to you along your entrepreneurial journey. So I'm hosting a completely free masterclass this upcoming Thursday, teaching how you can take your already existing skills and information that you already have, your own intellectual property, your IP, create digital products and digital assets with them. Not only that, but I'm giving you the entire framework, strategies, and system. And system, SYSTEM, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money so you don't have to go through the same pitfalls that I had to go through along the way. So go ahead, click the link and register for the masterclass, and I will see you this upcoming Thursday. And I end up split because I caught a blind side. It was meant for my mans. He ain't see it. He had somebody jammed up against the car.
Mm.
Somebody was coming. I intercepted it with my face. Like, no.
Oh man.
We joke about it to this day. It's a laughable moment. Well, it was laughable like the next day because I was mad because I'm like, bro, you got me out here fighting for people I don't even know. Like,
Mm.
the dude that was in the heart of I don't know. Like, it's if I say, what's up?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he live a life that I stay. He's actually, if I believe, he locked up, been locked up, I believe so,
Mm.
for a minute. And when we left, we saw him coming back. Like somehow he had left.
Mm.
He coming back. Like he went to the car. I'm like, man, I was glad he didn't have that then.
Yeah.
Cause who to say you gonna hit the intended target? Bullets ain't got no name.
I know, bro. That's why I staying out the way, dog. All them days of being in just in the vicinity are over.
Funniest part about it though. This is what we joke about. My friends that say I got uh that say I got uh knocked out by an ashtray. I didn't get knocked out, but like the joke that we say is it's an ashtray, right?
Mm.
Because I didn't know what to call it, so they see me bleeding and stuff. I'm like, you smacked me with an ashtray. It's like an ashtray, right? But the ashtray, it's a. I still don't know what to call it except the ashtray. Think of something that might be like 3 feet tall, and it's got a long skinny neck with a little hole to put like your cigarettes in, and it's got a big base at the bottom.
Oh, like they be outside?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I got smacked in the face with one of those.
Sheesh.
I don't know what to call it, so I said it's an
Yeah.
ashtray.
That's just funny, bro. Terrible, man.
Bro, he picked that thing up like a baseball bat.
Yeah, y'all were going at it. Man.
That's what gave me this one.
Mm.
Because it's the only one that didn't heal like properly. Like it's like raised up a little bit.
Mm.
And then when I was on the ground, some dude came over me and dotted me one time. That's how I got that one. And I was like, I ain't trying to fight no more, bro. I'm a bleeder.
Oh man, that boy was in there
But-
just talking to the talking to the chick. Next thing you know, he on it.
And when the ashtray hit, it was like a blindside thing too, because it's like it ain't like I saw him wind up. It's like you turn and it's like already coming. But the funniest part, somebody grabbed me, take me back into the club. They pull me into the bathroom, and it's my man's, and he's a MMA fighter.
Mm.
He says, "Dang man, they got you too. They got me like the other week. Like he had just got in a fight." I was like, I said, "Where was you the whole time?" You was needed. He showed me his swole eye and stuff. He's like, yeah, man, they got me last week. I was like, where was you at?
Yeah,
Other people we
he's supposed to
came
run
with,
in there like a WWE. Like,
other people we came with was in the bathroom. I'm like, where was y'all at? They talking about the last time, talking about, yeah, so I did. I'm like, y'all was nowhere, bro.
yeah.
Like, where was y'all at? But, but man, it's just, anyway, man, let's wrap it up with the Trump thing, man. It's just funny and interesting to me to see that this man, he got a rollout for him going to going to jail.
Hmm.
And even if it don't happen, which that's why I think he announced it, because now it's like to pull the brakes, like just to get ahead of it.
That's why I said
I'm like,
manipulation.
yeah, and use it for himself. And I'm like, that can be a lesson to learn from, because I always wonder why like celebrities or athletes or publicly known people, you know that they in the gym or you know that something's about to come out, and then they just be letting the stuff come out.
Mm.
Like I remember Kevin Hart when Kevin Hart got in that extortion thing with the chick that he cheated with or
Hmm.
something, allegedly. Oh,
Hmm.
this alleged, Kevin. I don't want no smoke. But I remember he got ahead of it.
Mm.
Hey guys, look, some shit's gonna come out say that I cheated with her. I did. And she's trying to take some money from me. I won't give it to her.
Hmm.
It didn't get the leak.
Right.
I don't talk to my wife. We getting through it.
Yeah, I apologize to my family, my kids. Yeah, he had
Uh,
the whole
After
video.
I apologize, I'm gonna make a stand-up special about it and monetize it.
Yep. And show up in J. Cole's video.
Whatever she said I did, I did. And I'm not paying her no money. Not to tell y'all, because I'm telling it.
Hmm.
It's like the ape mouth. It's like rabbit in the
Right.
ape mouth.
Right.
It's like you get it all out. You tell everybody what happened. Like, or when people have them like had their PR or publicist or something write up an apology statement and stuff, and then they go read it. I'll be like, why can't nobody just say, hey y'all, my bad. I fucked up.
Hmm.
I'm working on it, it ain't gonna happen again. I'm like, the people will probably be like, I like that.
Right. Right. It's the produced ad versus just pulling out your phone.
Yeah, like I remember the last time before Ja, I can't remember who the athlete was, but it was some athlete that got in trouble for something. I was like, man, when that camera's right there, I wish he would have just came out, like, yeah, had the press conference, then just come out and be like, I fucked up, y'all.
Yeah.
It happened. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. Some of y'all gonna forgive me, some of y'all not, but I'm working on it. And then walk off.
See, that was the problem I had with Will's apology. Will had 6 cameras, pristine audio, pristine lighting, on set somewhere. I was like, shout out to the Smiths, number love. But that moment, I was like, come on, bro. We 8 months in. I would have just loved for you to have that front face camera and just pour your soul out if that's what you choose to do for 5, 10 minutes. But yeah,
Or just own up to it.
well, that's what I'm
Why
saying.
everything need an apology?
Well, that's my thing. It wasn't even about him having an apology because I remember when it happened, and we ain't gotta get into this, but I'm just saying I remember when it happened. I was like, good for you, Will. Like, good for you, bro. Like, not as an advocate of violence, but just like, man, he's human. He's human.
Yeah, and we ain't gonna get into it. He's human, but he sure knows a way to put his anger on the people that don't deserve it.
Of course, of course, of course. You see that, and then you like, yeah, hurt people hurt people. But I'm just saying, like, I remember just telling Viv that I was like, man,
Bro, that
that was
man,
real.
go to Miss Afeni Shakur house and smack up. Go to what's it, Matulu. He's in Kentucky. Go to Matulu. Go get some visitation. Go smack him.
Nah, Viv ain't. I mean, Will ain't smacking nobody. Oh, you still ain't seen the special, huh?
Mm-mm.
You gonna
But
laugh.
Matulu Shakur, he's locked up. He's in Kentucky. Go get a flight to Haiti real quick. Go holler at Asada Shakur real quick. Go smack up.
Will ain't smacking nobody, man.
Go smack the dude that was clapping cheeks in your crib, bro.
Nah, bro, bro. I
You
swear,
know?
you gotta watch the special, dog. Man, bro, you gonna
Yeah, I just ain't had the time. I just ain't had the time yet.
laugh.
When I had my time window to watch something to laugh at, I chose Cocaine Bear.
Bro, why did I forget that was a movie? And I was about to say, what? Like, I was ready to be like, excuse me, sir. Like,
The
I
same thing
chose
with Jai.
cocaine when I had my moment. I chose cocaine.
No, I was watching Jai's apology too. I was like, man, I just wish one person would just come out and just be like, yo, I messed up, my bad, and just keep it at that.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
Sitting there with Jalen Rose looking like a goof. And I'm a fan, Jai, but I'm just saying,
Man,
that's not me. Yeah, that is me, y'all. I was turned. My fault. I was tripping.
I don't be
But
understanding why these companies be so quick to drop people. We live
they
in
didn't
America, the power age.
they no, they dropped the spot.
Yeah, it was for 10 mil though.
Nah, from what I heard, they didn't drop him. They stopped what they were doing.
I thought the campaign ad was for he was
But he
gonna get.
still signed with them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but you sign with people, you keep getting you get money in different increments
Uh
for certain things.
yeah, but I'm
And that
saying they
ad,
ain't
that
like let him
campaign was
go.
supposed to be for 10 mil. That's yeah, so yeah, I'm just speaking like in general. Like, why?
It's like Nike ain't let him go.
Oh no, of course not.
But but I'm just like, that's why I'm saying Trump, there's a lot to be learned if you just own up to stuff. You say stuff. There's gonna be people that's gonna just, and even the people that don't like Trump, they respect the fact that he's like says what it is.
Hmm. Honest liar. Saying Chappelle
There
said
was a
it
lot of
best.
people. There was a lot of people during his presidency that respected his base, letting it be known what it is.
Hmm.
It's like, all right, cool. At least I don't gotta walk around like wondering.
Hmm.
You let me know, like straight. Like there's a respect factor that,
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure.
especially bro. I live in Texas. I was like, oh, it's kind of refreshing just seeing who already ain't for me instead of just. I wonder if they did that because
Yeah.
of this. I'm from Kentucky and live in Texas. Like,
Yeah. Bro, that's one of the things I would always tell people when I was talking about Trump. It was like during his I almost said pregnancy. during his presidency. I was like, the one good thing I could for sure say is people are showing their colors. And I'm happy about that. You ain't gotta guess what if your neighbor is this or your neighbor is that or this where this person stands. People are coming out and they like, yo, I'm on this side of the coin.
and the last thing, then we're gonna wrap it up. Last thing too, I tell people a branding lesson that you can learn from Trump. He puts Trump everywhere. Trump Towers, Trump this, Trump that, Trump that. It was to a point in his day where if he was doing any interviews, magazines, or television, they would have to say billionaire Donald Trump
Hmm.
as an introduction. It was like negotiated or he wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
It was to the point where he became president. The first pandemic check of that 1,200, he put a delay on it. Yeah, I know the American people need money. Wait, so all the physical checks, he put his name on it. Like
Mhm.
he waited months. So a lower minded thinking person, when they got them physical checks, the people that didn't get the direct deposit, what was people saying? You know, Trump gave me 12. Ain't nobody Trump
Mhm.
gave me. I don't care what y'all say. Trump. That's why I put AstenCeo everywhere. Aston. I always introduce myself as Aston. Any ad, yo, I'm AstenCeo. People have paid me thousands of dollars and don't even know what my name is.
Right.
I learned that from him.
Mhm.
And Aston is my actual name. It's my middle name.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of people that don't know that my name is Blake.
Right.
I've had people put down $2,000 deposits, pay $5,000 for stuff. I say somebody said something about Blake. They be like, "Who's Blake?" I'm like, "Me,
He is I and I am him.
bro." My last webinar I did, it went over. I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but I'm 3.5 hours in.
Mm.
I'm like, for the people that were still there, I was like, I brought up this, and I was like, "Do y'all know my name?" There's a bunch of people was like, "Nah." Like, why would you sit here for 3+ hours and listen to somebody who you don't even know who their name is?
Mhm.
Brand.
Mhm.
That's why. So that's why I say, man, we can we can pick up what somebody else is putting down, even if we don't agree with 98% of what they say or do or act.
Right.
I'm like, that Trump, that's a name. That's like Pepsi,
It's a name.
Coca-Cola,
It's a name brand.
Nike. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and somebody else asked me, they was like, well, what's wrong with Blake? I said, nothing's wrong with Blake. I like my name. I like my whole name. Love my first name. I love my middle name. I love my last name, Blake Aston Sanford. I think Blake Aston sounds distinguished. I think the whole name sounds distinguished. Like Blake, like to me, it sounds like somebody that's supposed to do something.
Mhm.
Blake Aston. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, just as a
Nah.
kid, I always thought it was like one of them
One of them
One of
ones.
them, one of them, yeah, one of them ones. But they was like, what's wrong with just using your name, Blake?" And I was like, nothing's wrong with using Blake. It's just if my social media handles, which are the new business cards, is Ashton CEO. I'm just gonna tell everybody that. That's where it really started from. Just
Mhm.
so when you think of me, it'd be easy to find.
Right.
There's one Aston CEO. There's a bunch of different Blake Sanfords.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know because I could never get the social media handles. It'd be,
Mhm.
uh, there's some race car driver, I think, and then there's some other guy. Man, shout out to this Blake Sanford because I remember when I first wanted to get my name. This Blake Sanford, all he does is just post pictures of the woman in his life. His whole page is a white guy. It's just pictures of him and his lady, which I'm hoping is if I'm assuming it got to be a wife. It's just her, bro. It's not one picture of Blake outside of the profile. Last I checked, and this was some years ago. So if his page is still public, are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Oh, they got one dude is private, and then you got this other. Oh, he private. Man, they got a bunch of Blake Sanford.
Nah, he's a private dude. Cause the first one, just Blake Sanford. It's private.
Yeah, that's what
It
I
says
said.
blah blah blah's dad, and he adds his wife in the his page is private, but he's letting you know who his wife is in his bio. Shout out to you, Blake Sanford. Look like a loving guy. Last time I checked, he didn't. This kid that's in his profile, that
Oh, I
might be
see.
a newer kid.
Mhm.
Because I can't remember. All I remember was like, dang, this dude loves this woman. Because the whole page was just pictures of her.
Yeah.
And it's good to see if it's good to know that they've created life now. I wish I could see his page. But say 3, 4 years ago, it wasn't private.
Yeah.
But you see, like I can't make this up, bro. I was like, he was like, "Oh, he's private." I'm like, "Yeah, but he acts who his wife is
Mhm.
in the bio still." I just looked at her page, man. Shout out to the Sanford family. Yeah, shout out to the Sanford family, man. She's cute. You have a pretty wife, Blake Sanford. Shout out to you and your family, man. And that's why if any idea y'all got, go get all the handles.
Yep. Handles,
Even
domain,
if you're not gonna
trademark.
use it. I got social media pages that I've never used. I got the usernames.
Because once you
I
get them,
got
they
URLs
can't
that
take
I've
them.
never used. I got URLs I've never used, but I got the names. And it started. This is a lesson that I learned from Blake Sanford.
Mm.
I was
Look,
like,
look,
it ain't happening no
look.
more.
You learned from the multiverse, you.
Hey,
hmm
might be.
Yeah, multiverse you is white man, with, wife and kids.
Hey, multiverse me, man. I ain't mad at it, man. This Blake Sanford he looks like a handsome guy, pretty wife. I'm looking at a pair. It look like he got on some alright sneakers right here. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to message if Blake Sanford ever sees this. But it's crazy. I'm thinking that was so long ago. I was just like, not even on no marketing or branding or even thinking business, bro. I just wanted my name. Like I
Right.
just wanted my social media name to be my name. It's like every time I check, because it used to be San859.
hmm
Every time I check Blake Sanford, I'm like, I wonder if he ever changed it. Because there was a time where he wasn't posting anything. And it would just be this chick's face. I'm like, all right, this ain't happening no more. But you can learn from anybody, guys.